Hello guys, it's Messenger. Time to do a Bakugan video. This time I will be doing an overview of sorts. Not really sure what else to call this video other than like an overview. And I will be doing it on the 6 Japanese exclusive Bakugan from New Vestroya. So these 6 I think are very famous for just being, well, Japan exclusives, and that's kind of how it always was. And nowadays they're all decently expensive. So I'm going to go ahead and go through all 6 of them. I guess I'll just go like least favorite to favorite. I like all these a lot though, just noting that now, but yeah. So first up here, we have Blast Elico. And yeah, Blast Elico, this thing's just like really nice. Blue, yellow. It looks very cool. Opening it up, it opens up like this. Also worth noting, these are all of the original colors. I know there were some like anime recolor things going on, like anime accurate versions, but these are all from the original set, so that's why I got these ones. So you do have some manual parts on this Blast Elico with the feet. They just fold out like normal. They're pretty small though, but yeah. Also, it is 520 Gs. These hands here, you can kind of fold them upward to kind of put them in more of a like combat position or something, I guess you could say. If I could get this other one up. There we go. And also this part, you just kind of pull forward. And there's Blast Elico. Really nice looking Bakugan. Even though it's my least favorite of the 6, it's still like really good. Like it'd be a top tier legacy Bakugan, no doubt. It just kind of goes to show how much more effort Sega Toys put into their Bakugan than Spin Master. I think Bakutech was like kind of the most extreme example of that. But yeah, I think these look way better, and yeah, like this thing is just really nice looking. Next up here, Knight Percival. This thing is great. It has like the black, purple, yellow. You can get a lot of silver under here, and that's just really nice. So yeah, Darkest Bakugan. Opening this thing up, this is one of the, actually 2 of the 6 that will do this here. And it does spin when it opens, which is very cool. And you can see right in kind of the center there. Not really. At least I don't think. It's like not visible at all. But it says 520 Gs in there. It's like impossible to see though. I don't know if that's visible or not, but it is 520 Gs nonetheless. And manual parts, you do have the horns here. They kind of flip up a little bit. Not much though. Actually, do they flip up, or am I making? And they don't flip up a lot. At least mine don't. I don't know how much they're supposed to. Mine like do not move much at all. You have the feet in here as well. These the wings kind of block getting the feet out a little bit, but you can. I guess you can just kind of push them in, and yeah. The feet, these horns, I don't really see these things open, so okay, whatever. Probably they're supposed to be. I just caught this guy, so yeah. And these ones like to spin very frequently, so they're a little bit awkward to deal with because of that. But yeah, I mean it's still cool nonetheless, and you don't want to stay still. Okay, whatever, that's fine. I could. There you go. Kind of close. I like these wings a lot too, the silver and red. Or not red, purple. I don't know why I said red. Okay. The silver just looks great. That's all I need to say, right? And yeah, again, these ones are a little bit finicky because they do like to just do whatever they want with that. So yeah, it just keeps wanting to go that way. But yeah, that's Knight Percival. Really cool Bakugan. Next up, Minx Elfin. So obviously the design here with a heart in black, and then you have kind of a copper outline. This thing isn't as crazy in ball form outside of that. It looks like a pretty standard Aquas Bakugan for the time. There's the MG, of course, as all Japanese Bakugan have. Did my focus just... Okay, yeah, it just went completely off. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Anyway. It opens up pretty simply, I guess. It's not too crazy, but you definitely make it a little bit crazier. So, the feet come out pretty standardly, okay? And there's these parts that you can kind of fold outward. You can move them as much as you want. And just move them outward. I don't move them out like that much, but yeah. Usually just mostly downward. There we go. And yeah, I think it kind of does turn into a pretty nice looking Bakugan once it's all opened up. And you can see right there it is 500 Gs. And yeah, Minx Elfin. Really, really nice Bakugan. Not the craziest one, but it just looks really good, so that's a plus. Next up here, we got Cross Dragonoid. Classic, of course, and Pyrus. MG's very worn, but everything else is really nice on this Bakugan, so it's fine by me. It's kind of the copper accents on the red, like, again, normal Pyrus Bakugan of the time. Opening it up, this is the other one that will spin. That one just spins really, really nice as well. So it does have a couple manual parts. Of course, the feet here, you can bring those out. And these can pivot, actually, if you want them to, but you kind of see that extra part there. And aside from that, the horns also come out, so there's the middle one, the side ones also. And yeah, there is Cross Dragonoid. This one stays in place better. I don't know, my Knight Percival just likes to move, but this one stays in place a little better. And I keep moving it myself. That's my fault there. Okay, no, that is part of the top. Okay. And yeah, there it is. And this thing, just the wing design is really nice. I like the four wings. The way they open is just really good. And yeah, the head also is really nice looking. Just a cool Bakugan overall, and also very cool that it spins. Yeah, no, this thing's great. Alright, my second favorite, this might be this was my favorite for a long time, but after getting the other one, nah, this is second. And that is Master Ingram. Very nice Ventus design, and also you got some gold and black. You can always tell it's Master Ingram by that. And yeah, no, this thing is really nice. Also, Ventus, for some reason they put it on both sides, but yeah, I mean, sure, why not? So let me go ahead and open this guy up. Yeah, you can just see it looks really nice, and does have the feet that will come out. Also, I don't think I showed Cross Dragonoid's G power now that I think about it. This one's a little bit tricky, because it kind of gets hidden sometimes underneath, since it spins, but it is 540. But yeah, it can get hidden sometimes depending on where it's positioned. But anyway, Master Ingram just has the feet that come out. And you can actually see, what reminded me is because the G power is like right here. at 500. So, yeah. And here it is. The face design's really nice, and then the wings just look really, really good. You got kind of the 4 wings on this one. This thing would actually be kind of basic looking if it wasn't for like the head design and the underneath wings, but because those are there, great. Also some extra gold. This thing just looks really, really cool. And again, it was my second favorite for a long time, for a reason, because it's just such a cool looking Bakugan. Very, very nice. And I think this is one everyone likes the most. It's the most expensive for a reason. Helios Mark II. This has by far the most unique paint job, as it is actually primarily silver. And you have some black, some red, you got some like kind of yellow-orange for some designs in the horn here. I mean, the design of this thing is just so crazy and different. And I wonder if this maybe laid the groundwork for Bakutech. In some aspects, kind of more unique color designs. Could be. But regardless, it was very, very nice. Opening it up, opens up like this. It does have some manual parts. You do have the feet here. And these are also adjustable like cross dragonoids. You can actually move them down from that joint there. Then the other foot. These parts, they kind of like to do whatever they want, but these parts can come down as well in the back here. They don't like to consistently stay in places, but you can move them around. Yeah, they don't like to stay though. This horn also comes up from the front. There you go. As far as G power goes, I believe it's light. Yeah, it's like impossible to see. But it's 540, and maybe you can kind of see that. It's 540. So yeah, there's 2 500s, 2 520s, and 2 540s, of course, cross Dragonoid, and Helios Mark II being the highest. But yeah, that's all for manual parts, and here is what it looks like once opened up fully. There's a Battle Gear compatible version as well, which is nice. I know there's also like an anime accurate one. There's some other rare variants, but I'm just talking about the original 6. But yeah, there are some really nice variants of this one in particular. And yeah, Helios Mark II, again, potentially what laid the groundwork for Bakutech in terms of kind of the more dynamic color schemes, which is really cool and interesting to think about, actually. This did release in mid-2010, and Bakutech started around that time, although Bakutech wasn't really... It didn't go as crazy with the color schemes quite at that point, so hard to say. This could have definitely been a factor, though. Who knows? But regardless of what it is, Helios Mark II is just such a great Bakugan, and I wish I could say I recommended everyone owning at least one of these, because how crazy it is. It is also crazily expensive. The cheapest ones you could really find in Pyrus tend to be, at least on eBay, around $100. Maybe you can get them cheaper on like Yahoo auctions and stuff, but still, it's very, very expensive regardless. Which is unfortunate, and yeah, I wish this set was more widely available. I wish these got printed in the US and just internationally, but these were only in Japan, so yeah. I don't think it's possible for me to actually get all of these guys on camera. Not on the card for sure, but I'll try my best here, just to kind of put them all on camera as I talk a little bit about them. So yeah, these Bakugan are all just so nice, and again, I really wish we could have seen them all like actually appear. Yeah, this is not gonna happen, but I'll just push them all together, I guess. Why not? But yeah, it would have been really, really nice to just see all of these guys get a release properly, and it is unfortunate that we didn't see them, you know, actually get that treatment. They all just ended up kind of being only in Japan, ended up just kind of being really hard to get. You are not even okay. This is the best we're gonna do. Not really close enough, but I don't have enough space here. But yeah, that's a mess. But yeah, there's all 6. on frame, debatably. But yeah, again, I wish we could have gotten more releases of them. And yeah, I wish we could have just gotten these. I don't know why it was such a big deal in New Vestroia for them to not make all of the later Bakugan. At least, Sega Toys tried with these 6, but we still missed a lot. I know that there was a Flare Wilda that didn't get released really, it was supposed to, but yeah, that was very heavily based on Magma Wilda, but regardless, we didn't get that. Saint Nemes was never a thing, Rex Vulcan also never got a figure, and all of the, robotic Bakugan, none of those, that are mechanical Bakugan, that's the term, Makubase, I hope I pronounce these right, Borates, Aluz, Max Spider, Dryoid, Farbos, and they could have also done, or Farbros, I think. You could have also had Assail Farbros, potentially being a third big set for Bakugan. But all of those were never made and just kind of lost the time. Which is really unfortunate. I wish we could have gotten more of these. At least, even if they were just like in Japan, just getting these really high detailed versions of them would have been great. And even if they were expensive, again, having that access to them at least in some way, at least knowing that they exist would have been nice. But unfortunately, we didn't get any of those. But hey, we at least got 6. That's at least something. It's better than nothing for sure. But yeah, overall, this set, in my opinion, is the best set from Legacy Bakugan, no question, because it was just so much more effort put into them. They had so many. They just had their own unique color schemes, look great, definitely the best, because I think New Vestroia kind of just built upon Battle Brawlers, and this is definitely the peak of New Vestroia right here. And Daily Invaders, Mactanium Surge went in different routes, and I do like Daily Invaders. Mactanium Surge is debatable, but still, I don't think they quite hit that same level that New Vestroia did in terms of pure quality for their Bakugan. Definitely were more reliant on gimmicks, and I think Daily Invaders pulled it off fine. Again, Mactanium Surge, maybe not as much, but still, they were different, and I think just for pure Bakugan, New Vestroia was the peak, and if we got more of them, I probably would say New Vestroia is a lot better than it is, but unfortunately we just did not get a lot of those Bakugan that we should have gotten. That would have really just made New Vestroia even better. And then obviously, if you want to count Bakutech as part of Legacy, then okay, Bakutech's the best. And I think Bakutech really carried the torch of New Vestroia and kind of taking those ideas of gimmicks and, eventually kind of making it into its own thing and turning that into its, main focus, but also keeping the focus on the Bakugan, not support pieces. And yeah, these to me are just the peak of Legacy Bakugan outside of Bakutech, because, they did a good job, and they were really nice, and yeah, I'm going to be talking in circles if I keep going, so yeah. Those are the 6 Japan exclusive Bakugan. I really don't know what the title is, so I hope the title makes sense, but yeah. There they are. They are all phenomenal, but I can't recommend them because they're all expensive. Blast Delico's not too bad, it's like $20 I think, but yeah. There's a lot of different attribute variances as well if you want to get some recolors, and those are usually cheaper as well. So they might be a little bit easier to get with some of those if you just want the figure itself, but yeah. Anyway, that's all for this video. I hope I did okay talking about these. It's not something I usually talk about because Bakutech, when I usually go into competitive analysis, I don't really have much to do here other than show them and talk about them, but yeah. Hopefully I said some interesting history stuff at least. I don't know. That's all. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.